By the end of this video, you will know the worst Looksmaxxing genetics from doesn't matter all the way up to it's over, bro. Starting off with narrow clavicles. Now, if you have narrow clavicles and you do not have a gym membership or a vial of steroids in your cupboard, then it's probably over for you. You should be in the gym spamming those lateral raises or heavy compound shoulder exercises. We need to max out our bideltoid width. Having a big frame is one of the most important things in Looksmaxxing. If you want to be extra autistic, you can get shoulder pads on like Amazon or something, but be mindful you cannot get exposed with having shoulder pads on. It'll be the end of your life. So yeah, narrow clavicles is definitely a big one. I'm going to put this into probably the floor tier. Next up, we have excessive buccal fat. Now, this is more of a flaw than people make it out to be. This destroys how your facial structure is perceived. You're going to have to cut down a few extra percent in body fat to have hollow cheeks. You're just not going to have a hollow cheek look if you have excessive buccal fat. So you can get the buccal fat removal surgery. So I'm going to put this into the surgery time tier. Next up, we have negative canthal tilt. Now, hearing that is honestly nostalgic. Like, you rarely hear people talking about negative canthal tilt anymore. Now, if you don't know what negative canthal tilt is, somehow it's when your lateral canthus is lower than your medial canthus, and this makes you look tired and sleepy. But do not worry, it is not over for you if you have negative canthal tilt. People like Brett Maverick, Jacob Elordi, these guys have negative canthal tilt and they're considered to be chads. I'm going to put this into the floor tier. It would go into the surgery time tier because you can get a canthoplasty which can fix your canthal tilt. But yeah, I'm going to put it into the floor tier. It's not over for you if you have negative canthal tilt. Next up, we have acne. Now, this is probably the most common flaw. Many of you watching this video probably have acne, and I will just say it is over for you. No, I'm kidding. It's not over. And you've probably just been told the normal advice of eat cleaner foods, sleep better, reduce stress, and all those things will work. But if you want to take it to the next level, probably consider medications like Accutane, which is honestly a cheat code for acne, but watch out for the side effects when taking Accutane. So for where I will put this on the list, it depends how bad your acne is. If you have a really bad acne, it's honestly, it could be over for you. Yeah, I'm going to put acne at the top of floor tier. It's honestly borderline, it's over, but I'll put it at the top of floor tier. Get your acne fixed. Next up, we have flared ears, also known as elephant maxing. Now, if you have flared ears, now this is quite brutal. You need to grow your hair out and cover it up, or you can consider what's called an otoplasty, a surgery, which will pin your ears back. And this is life fuel for most people with flared ears. I'm going to put this one into the surgery time tier. Next up, we have being under 5'7" or just being short in general. So yeah, if you're under like 5'7", the only thing I can recommend for you is putting in height lifts and wearing tall shoes. But then again, yeah, oh, this one's very brutal. Now, if you're a teenager and you're under 5'6", there's many ways to get around this. So don't worry if you are a teenager, but if you're a grown adult and under 5'6", then yeah, I suggest wearing height lifts and maybe you might stand a chance in the dating market. But besides that, yeah, probably over, bro. I'm going to put this into the it's over, bro tier. Next up, we have recessed jaw. Now, this is going to reduce your facial masculinity, which is going to take a big hit to your facial aesthetics. It's going to make you look less attractive and affect the harmony of your face. If you are someone with a recessed jaw, I would consider mewing constantly, all day, every day. Don't even speak to people. You want to be mewing 24/7. But if you're an adult with a very recessed jaw, I'd consider growing out your facial hair or getting, honestly, chin implants or a double jaw surgery. Yeah, this is something that not many people get away with. I'm probably going to put recessed jaw into the surgery time tier. Next up is having a wide, bulbous, hooked nose or just a clapped nose in general. Now, having a poor nose will likely affect your symmetry, your harmony, and will detract from your other facial features, which is not a good thing. However, there are many attractive people that do have a poor nose, and having a hooked nose can sometimes be aesthetic. Many models have a hooked nose, and this will have the best result if you have a rhinoplasty compared to a wide bulbous nose. I'm going to put this one near the top of the floor tier. If it's very bad, your nose, then it would go surgery time, but just a normal poor looking nose, I'm going to put this at the top of floor tier. Next up, we have facial asymmetry. Now, this one is a little bit overrated. People make a big deal out of this, but it's usually unnoticeable. If you're talking to someone, you're making eye contact, you're not going to notice asymmetries. But the reason most people have asymmetries is the difference in their masseter muscles, usually from chewing on one side more than the other, or from your eyebrows and your brow positioning, which can be fixed by just getting your eyebrows done professionally. I'm going to put this one probably at the top of the minor floor tier. Again, it depends, like all of these, how bad it is, but I think asymmetry is not as bad as you think. This is going into the minor floor tier. Next up, we have balding. Now, this is brutal, but luckily the year is 2025 and we have so many ways that we can reverse balding, like medications and hair transplants and many different hair loss reversal protocols that we can use to reverse balding. However, if you are bald already, 80, then it is over for you. You need to go to Turkey ASAP. In Turkey, obviously, you can get cheap hair transplants. The only way I could see someone getting away with being bald is if they are Jeremy Meeks, or if you have a very hyper masculine look, you can potentially get away with being bald. I honestly think having a like fully receded hairline is probably the worst case. It's probably worse than balding, to be honest. So yeah, if you're someone who is balding, get on your finasteride, dutasteride, minoxidil, and start saving up to go to Turkey and get a hair transplant. I'm going to put this into the it's over tier. Next up, we have a long mid face. Now, this is going to be the worst facial third to have long, as if you have a long upper third, then you can just fraud it with having long hair and covering it. And having a long mid face is going to ruin your harmony. It's going to make you look slightly older. Yeah, I'm going to put this one into the floor tier. It's probably not the best floor to have. Moving on, we have sparse eyebrows. Now, having sparse eyebrows is more of a flaw than you think, because having prominent striking eyebrows is extremely important to your eye area. It's one of the most striking and aesthetic features. It's going to enhance your eye area, and this is probably the best flaw on this list to have, because it's something that can easily be fixed. You can dye your eyebrows and trim and pluck around them to make them more striking. You can micro needle, apply minoxidil to improve the growth of your hair, and yeah, there's many ways to fix this. It's definitely not over if you have this. I'm going to put this into the floor tier because you are doing a big disservice to yourself by having sparse eyebrows. So yeah, it's going to the floor tier. Next up is having low set cheekbones. Now, this to me is another overrated one. There are many extremely attractive people with low set cheekbones. Having high set cheekbones is extremely important, don't get me wrong. It matters a lot to facial aesthetics, but having low set cheekbones, especially if you're a lower body fat percentage, that is the hack. You get to a very low percent body fat and it will make them look more prominent and give the illusion of higher set cheekbones. It does have quite a bit of an impact on facial harmony. It can make your eyes look a bit more sunken. So I'll put it in the top of minor flaw. Next up is IPD, or interpupillar distance, which is the distance between the center of your eyes. Now, this to me is a big deal. Ideally, you want the spacing between your two eyes to be one eye width apart, if that makes sense. And having this width too wide can give a kind of alien look, but having it too narrow can give a very uncanny and compressed look. If I had to choose between a wide IPD or close, I'm 100% choosing wide. Wide can give off the kind of exotic look, which you can get away with. When I think of a wide interpupillar distance, I usually think of the eyes being very like hunter. Now, if you have a close IPD, a lot of people might call you a cyclops cell, and you might have to get an orbital box osteotomy to fix this. Kind of makes the eyes look a bit beady and buggish, but don't worry about it. Looks don't matter, bro. I'm gonna put this one into the surgery time tier. Make sure you get your orbital box osteotomy ASAP. Next up is having bug eyes or prey eyes. Now, these are eyes that are bulging or excessively rounded, often giving these like a startled look. Now, these definitely make your face look less masculine. There isn't much to say about this. I'm gonna put it into the surgery time. It's one of the biggest flaws for your eye area, so yeah, I'm putting it into surgery time. Next up is having a long philtrum, which is the distance between the base of your nose and your upper lip. Now, surgery for this is getting a lip lift, or you can get lip filler. Also, facial hair can be used to fraud this and make it not look as bad, but I'm going to put it into the surgery time tier. I do feel like this is quite a flaw. It does make you look a bit older and affects your smile, and yeah, it honestly kind of caps you off at honestly like mid-tier normie if you have a long philtrum. I'm going to put this into the surgery tier. Now, last on this list, we have thin lips. Now, I have a different opinion to others. I think thin lips are way more important than people think. I reckon thin lips honestly look a bit subhuman. If you have extremely thin lips and you have the money, I'd look into lip filler. I'm going to put this one into the surgery time tier. So that wraps up the list. Let me know what you guys think. If I should have ranked something lower or higher, let me know. If you want a part 2 as well, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Let me know what you think. Any other video ideas, let me know. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.